But why, as Sav always says, slot 45. And his jokes, when he first said it, I was like, I don't get it. But now I get it. I get it now. I get it. There's one half of football that is amazing. There's one half of football you're like, that can't be the same team. It's like these men go in the tunnel and come back out. Yeah, they just come back out as a different team in the second half. And the other day, what was it? The West Ham one was the first time I saw in ages that the first half was cold. I'm like, oh, we was playing ball. And then the second half, we just went back. They went in, changed jerseys, come back out, a completely different team. So why is there a disparity in terms of the first half and second half for us? Why can't we come out and be consistent throughout the whole 90 minutes? There's only a couple of games this season where I thought, yeah, for 90 minutes, United, Leverkusen, where you just thought, nah, for 90 minutes, we cooked. We balled out defensively and in the attack transition. Ball was moving quickly. There was a tempo. There was chances. We was clinical. I don't know. So you guys talk to me. Second half, why is there a difference in Liverpool's play, bro? What happens?
The other team's tired. The other team's tired. The other team spent most of the game running around after us. Like it looks like the first half in every game we try to wear the opposition out. And then the second half, we then see more gaps. And that's why it's been like that all season. The West Ham game, I think the subs just ruined it. Like, I think every sub he brought on made us worse. And then we just couldn't get a grip of the game again. West Ham aren't a bad team, by the way, either. Like, they've got some really good ballers. And Paqueta and Kudus basically turned it on. Like, I don't know whether Kudus was having a trial for us, like, because we've been watching him for time now, but even the Liverpool players said that Kudus was like unstoppable in that second half. But yeah, the Leicester game, didn't we have like 26 shots and 10 on target? Like,
yeah,
we absolutely battered them. Like they had no shots on target the entire game. I think in that game, it is what it is. He probably needs better subs as well. Like. He clearly doesn't trust enough of his bench because he seems to just bring on the same players all the time. You know, when he's got some good players that he's picked to maybe bring off the bench or play from the start, it just for me we just haven't got good enough strikers. Like it's just like what we missed. We've missed 75 goals, 566 shots, 208 on target, 97 big chances created. Like, we still scored loads of goals and had loads of shots, but we just haven't scored enough for me for the amount of chances that we've created. And that Leicester game just sums it up. Like, what did we hit the crossbar 4 times? Like, and Nuno wasn't even on the pitch.
There's an easy answer to your question, to be honest with you, Reds. And it's we don't have egos. Like, there's not one single player that plays for us that starts the game and thinks, I'm just going to drive into that space. I'm going to go ball out. I'm going to go beat someone. I want to go score that goal. I want to show off. I want to show my skill set. I want to go beat 2-3 man. I want to drive up the pitch. I want to get on the ball. We've got great players, yes, and we've got some players with some aggression, but we don't have them players that really want to cook people. We don't have that want to take people one-on-one. They don't want the highlight reel of going past people. They're not interested in all of that. They're so bought into this team ethic and this teamwork and being down to earth and humble guys. You've not got enough of them characters, because I tell you now, over the years playing football, whenever you kick off a game, you pass back, everyone's passing. It takes that one guy to either go crunch on or that one guy that knows he's better than everybody else and he's got skills and tech that then goes and opens up the game. Like, he'll try something, then everybody else follows because the tempo has been set, you know, like, and it's just, I think it happens across all of football, to be honest. And we just, this is what happens through not having Mavericks. This is just what you get. And to be honest, this is probably, when you guys are talking about the similarities to the Klopp side, and the football that we play now is like the Klopp side that when the press weren't working. The difference with that team is most of the time it had Mane in it. And Mane would just be the guy that would just drive back, win the ball back, and then drive back up the pitch again. Forget passing it backwards. He may have done an occasion, but he'd just like muscle someone off the ball and then he'll drive back towards the opposition goal. And then everybody else is going with him. It was the tempo setter. And the amount of games we watched on the clock where it's like, when the press was great, we looked fantastic. But when the press wasn't good, we didn't know how to create anything. And I was Salah got all the plaudits, but Mane was always that guy for me that you looked at to be like, okay, he's the one that's going to kickstart this engine. His fight, his tenacity, his driving forward, that aggression, that willing to take someone on, hit the byline, step over. That football right there is going to get us going. And we just don't have that in a minute. We don't have that player, which, again, probably ties into what I was going to say when we're finishing off. First off is like, it's probably not a bad thing where we are, because it's only going to take one or two good additions, players like that, to come into the side that really kickstarts that and really changes that. You know, you get the ball to them and they're willing to take somebody on, or they play the ball looking to receive it again, 1-2. They're looking to make things happen every single time, and that will just set the tempo. That will set the pace a lot better, and it will just get the team going through them gears a lot quicker. And luckily, we're going to go on to win a trophy this season, so hopefully we can attract them sort of top players. But it will be important that we do, because I do feel like we need a little bit more of a.
Yeah, we lack personality.
Maverick might be too far. We've got a little bit in Diaz, but we just need a bit more.
Players don't have no personality, bro.
Semenyo,
That's
bro.
what it is.
That's the guy we need to get.
They don't have any personality. They don't want to just take the game by the scruff of the neck. They're all happy to just, I don't know, coast through and look at each other and see what everyone else is doing. I think Cab's right, man. But the thing is, I don't even know. I mean, there's no point in me bothering about it now, because I don't know what kind of player Slot likes, and everyone can pretend like they know, but they don't. And so you could go into next season and get really good players, but they're still not the players that Cav were talking about. And then I'll know, well, maybe he just doesn't want to play that kind of football. Yeah, I mean, sometimes teams are happy to have the one guy with the egos ready to do certain things, and then everyone else operates a certain way. Or they'll have managers where it's like, no, we need everyone at the same level. We don't need anyone stepping above that. And even the fan base, anytime we're linked to somebody, everyone's doing rumours and that, all them kind of players that Cav just mentioned, the fan base is like, no, we don't want him. He's got an attitude problem. We don't want him. He's a bit arrogant. We don't want him. And like, brother, come on, man. Like, what's the problem? And I saw it because as soon as Trent got a bit arrogant about him, everyone hated it straight away. Humble yourself, bro. You know where you're from, bro. You're from Liverpool. Don't go above the means. But, bruv, what are we doing, man? This is football. We need that, man. We need a bit of character there, bro. This boring ass players and that.
Difficulty we've got is our player with character, Salah, and he can't beat anybody.
Yeah.
So unless you're creating the moments for him and you're creating the space for him, it's not going to happen. Yeah, he can cut in on his left foot and put the cross in, and he's got a good cross. He's mastered the art of that back stick, the pick out now. But you need that player that can do it from a standing start. You know what I mean? You need that player that can just, everybody's set, everybody's got to touch the ball, everyone's fine behind, opposition are behind the ball, but you give that ball to that guy, and he hasn't got to necessarily beat somebody through skill or pace or anything, but he can do it through passing. He can do it through give it, get it, give it, get it, turn, moving forward, progressing, going towards the opposition goal, and everybody else is going to get on that wavelength, which is why we all got so excited at the start of the season when Gravenberch was doing it to an extent. Like Gravenberch was getting the ball, turning people out. As soon as he's turned one man in midfield and the space is opened up, everybody's getting excited. Everybody's running forward. Suddenly there's tempo. And sometimes he played a through ball and we missed it. Sometimes it'll go back out wide, whatever. He probably should have took more opportunities on himself or whatnot. But you can just see that it just takes somebody to just change the rhythm of what's happening, the pattern of what's happening. And we probably have got those players, but the system doesn't allow them to do it. Because I certainly think that Gravenberch for the first half of the season up until about Christmas was doing it so brilliantly well, and we had that dynamism in midfield. And now he's stopped doing it, and I don't know the reasons as to why. Maybe it's tiredness, whatnot. But like,
it worked out. They put a box around him.
I don't think you can work it out. He riding presses. Like someone's trying to tackle him from behind, and he can ride the press. What did they work out to tackle him from the other side?
He's got a box around him now.
No, Slot changed.
He's just stopped doing it. He's just
they stopped doing it because Virgil and that stopped passing the ball to him, bro. All of a sudden, started to go to Robbo and the right back now instead of going. He was going to Grav comfortable. He was comfortable on the ball, and it's what Cav said. He's comfortable to hold the ball up, do what he wants with it, or I'll just spin you, bro. And once I've spun you, the whole pitch opens up. And he gets from like our box to their box pretty quick because he's got long strides. And then, only problem he had was sometimes the decision making, but it would come with time, innit? But I think our fans are a bit sensitive to like creative players anyway, because what Endz said at the beginning of the show with micro-analysing stuff and that, which is fine. We do that. We analyse stuff as fans. But it's like, I can imagine that they'll be checking now how many times the person lost the ball percentage and that, no matter how good he is. But that's what the Maverick players do, innit? They got to try stuff. That's why Bruno does it at Man United, bro. He'd be cold in this team. I'm telling you, bro, because he'll just do it. He'll take the game by the scruff of the neck. We're losing. Okay, I'm gonna rasp from the top corner, bro. I'm gonna try something different. But when we do it, bro, like, do you like even if we get a free kick and it's towards the end of the game, do you like and he's like looking at like we might score here, bro? I'm just like, all right, just see who takes the free.